UFC Oklahoma City just took place. This was an amazing fight card in Oklahoma City. Amazing fights just all the way around. Dion Barbosa versus Anna Melisano. Great win from Dion Barbosa. Barbosa immediately with the pressure on Melisano with her grappling, got the early takedown and just dominated her. Took the back and choked her out. Great win for Dion Barbosa. Uh, Sucks for Melisano. First fight in the UFC going like that, but you got to work your way up. Really good win from Dion Barbosa. Great way to start off the card. Two fights starting off amazing. RJ Harris gets the knockout over Alvin Hines. I took Alvin Hines in this fight. Um, when they first started their exchange, I got a little worried. I was like, RJ Harris is a little bigger. I thought Alvin Hines would be able to do something, but he could not. Literally lifted this dude off the ground with the uppercut. That was insane. Just an amazing win for RJ Harris overall. Alvin Hines, he's gotta fix something here, man. Making Steven Asplin look bad. Great win, great knockout. This was amazing. First two fights, just kicking it off with a banger. Now, the one that I really expected the knockout from was Alden Correa. Um, I don't know what the game plan was here. He did win, obviously, but this guy's trying to submit a submission artist. He had a chance to get out of the grappling exchange and he didn't take it. He kept trying to get different positions and maneuver when he could have gotten up and struck with Stuart Nickel again. Um, Really solid on the feet from Alden Correa. It was a good fight. He looked really slick with his boxing. Stuart Nickel, he looked solid, but okay, thank you. Um, but I don't really know what the game plan was from Alden Correa. Sometimes the nights just don't go the way we expect them. But nevertheless, Alden Correa gets the win against Stuart Nickel. Stuart Nickel didn't look bad at all. I thought he was going to look a lot worse, but Alden ends up getting it done. Solid win from Alden Correa. Next up, this was a great fight. Ezra Elliott and Damian Anderson. Finally, they're getting the pictures up. $7 billion company. Um, Great win from Ezra Elliott. I don't know what Damian Anderson was doing. This dude got 12 takedowns on him. Um, Not a lot of striking at all from Damian Anderson. This was just pure dominance from Ezra Elliott. Really great. Jeez, this just does not go away, does it? Holy crap. Um, Very solid win. Very dominant from Ezra Elliott. Um, I do believe I picked him to win this fight. Very, very, very good grappling. I enjoyed this fight a lot. It was a real scrap coming in. These guys coming in on Tuesday. Ezra not making weight, still getting fined, but you know, if Damian can make weight, you should be able to make weight too. Really good win from Ezra Elliott overall. Levi Rodriguez Jr. versus Felipe Franco. Great win from Franco. Both guys looked pretty good in the first. Looked like Rodriguez was getting some momentum there, but Felipe Franco ends up getting the knockout in the end. Really good win from him after his first loss in the UFC in his last fight. Uh, Great win. I mean, solid fight. I don't really know what else to say. Some people may say early stoppage. I thought it was okay at the time. I might have to go rewatch that, but I think I think it was a fair stoppage. Um, Next fight, what I did not expect. I'm not upset with the result though. Jean Paul versus Seung Young Ko. I expected Ko to get it done. Did not. I think what won it for him was in the end there just being super dominant overall. I thought Ku would be able to have the upper hand in the grappling exchanges, but it looked like John Paul, he's pretty good there. not a guy to be slept on at all. I thought this would be a tougher matchup for Jean Paul, but really just a really good fight between both guys. I really enjoyed this one a lot. Really, really good scrap. Another really good fight overall. This whole fight night was just amazing. There wasn't really a boring fight until we got to the co-main event. That's when it was skyrocketing, but then it just kind of dipped down from there. Great win from John Paul. I like this guy. He's funny, dude's hilarious, and he's a good fighter too. Cause Koo is not a guy to like. You can't sleep on a guy like that. Koo's really good. Um, Amazing win for John Paul. Really enjoyed the fight. Next up, another one I kind of was like, I was confused on the odds at first because I thought, Delgado, huge name. I feel like he would have had Austin Bashi, but it was a really good fight, dude. Bashi's on the radar now for guys like us. He really got in there. He's really strong. He was just throwing heat the whole time. I really enjoyed this fight a lot. Um, Delgado just a more slick striker. Uh, but Bashi, dude, this guy is just thrown with power every time. I thought he'd gas a little bit, but he was on it the whole time. This was a really good fight. I'm very impressed with, not to take away anything from Delgado, but I really like this fight for Austin Bashi. Really good fight. I enjoyed watching him, and I can't wait to see what he does next. Delgado gets it done by decision. Uh, Solid win for him. He's really, really good on the feet, hitting his shots very cleanly. The accuracy was great from Delgado. Starting off the main event, Tommy McMillan made me eat my words against Alberto Montez. This is another one where I feel like the fight IQ just like I don't know what we were doing here. He didn't shoot once. He's got submissions. Every time he was on the ground, it's because McMillan put him there, and he just couldn't do anything with it. So Tommy McMillan just he's a dog, and I got to put respect on his name now. Getting the TKO in the third, I feel like maybe 2 minutes before then, he should have like the corner need to throw in the towel, dude. He was getting to a point where it's just like, all right, we need to stop. Guy's just taking a beating. He can't. He did throw a couple good strikes on McMillan, but McMillan, he's got that dog in him, man. Can't sleep on this guy anymore. He is really good, and I think he could be a real contender. Uh, did a little bit in the wrestling. I didn't think he was going to. I didn't think they're going to be. There wasn't a lot in the wrestling, but Tommy McMillan proved that he can hang on the ground for a little bit. I still want to see more from him, but just another one where I think, what was the game plan for Alberto Montez? Did you expect to stand with this guy and win? Because that's not what I expected. I was expecting you to try to grapple a little bit, but he cracked him a few times. He cracked McMillan a few times, which was impressive, but Tommy just kept going. Montez would throw one good shot, and then Tommy would throw like five after that. Really good win for McMillan. I'm very impressed with the guy now. Next up, my new favorite strawweight, Fatima Klein. Wow, what a performance from Klein. This was amazing. I'm going to be doing fights to make next, and don't be surprised if I shoot her up really high because this was pure domination. Some of the women's fights get boring, but this was just, it went to decision, but wow. Fatima Klein just everywhere. The striking, the grappling, just dominating the whole time. I love Baby Shark. She's one of my favorites to watch, but just could not get anything going. Fatima Klein is just wow. And she can get better too. I can't imagine this girl in like 2 years from now. She could be an absolute monster, man. Um, Especially in that third round. You watch that suplex twice in the third. Like most people are done by then. They're breathing heavy. They can't really Like, even in the main event, you could see Dricus. That was 5 rounds. I guess I can't really compare that, but still, you know what I mean. Most people can't suplex somebody once. Imagine twice in the last round of their fight, but she did. This girl's an absolute monster. Dominated. Loved it. She is just a fantastic fighter. I loved every single minute of that fight. Complete domination from Fatima Klein. Next up, the Gooner Hooper versus Mitch Ramirez. I said that this was going to be one of these guys getting the finish in the first, and it turned out to be Chase Hooper, losing a little bit of his purse for missing weight, but still, great win for him. The rear naked choke, solid win. Couldn't go. You gotta, after you lose 3 straight, you're probably gonna get cut if you lose the next one. Chase Hooper getting it done by submission. Great win. Miss this guy. Glad he's back. Hope to see more of him soon. Really good fight. Love Chase Hooper. No longer a Gooner. If you watch the post-fight interview, he's not doing it anymore. Upsetting, but you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Next up, this is where it got a little wasn't great. A lot of Jared Cannonier holding Duncan against the fence, and I understand it because Duncan's very explosive. We see all the spinning elbows that he was throwing, the high kicks, everything. I thought Duncan would be able to get it done, but he got it done, but I thought he'd be getting it done by a finish. That's 2 straight now with a decision. It was an okay performance. I wanted to see. I had higher hopes for Duncan. Still a great fighter. He still did good, but a lot of Jared Cannonier holding him up against the fence. Jared Cannonier wants to get this guy tired. He's younger. Jared Cannonier knows this. 12-year age gap there. His game plan was to get him tired and then try to finish him in the later rounds, but you could really see Duncan in the last round. I think it was the third. It might have been the second, but Jerry Cannonier had him on his back, and he wasn't moving at all. He wasn't trying to get out. He was just taking a break. So I think cardio is definitely a question for CLD, but did end up getting the win. Hopefully this guy can get another finish very soon here. Cannonier still got it, dude. Cannonier still got it. The main event. What a way to end things off. Wasn't a finish, but quite the scrap from Dricus du Plessis. People were wondering how he'd come back. This is his first loss in the UFC. And he came back amazing, dude. This was really smart going into training camp, how they prepared for Usman. I think they prepared damn near perfectly. Dricus looked great in every single round, rocking Usman in basically every single round. Just a great performance by DDP. Who knows, dude? We might see a Strickland 3. DDP Strickland 3. Usman just, I could tell it definitely wasn't his night. Hardly any takedown shot. And there was a couple where I seen he was kind of just bending down barely trying to reach for the leg. I don't know what that was about. He did get one solid takedown, and then he kind of got momentum at the end of the third going into the fourth. So I was like, there's something there. And even at the end of the fight, there with that last 10 seconds, dude, it got a little scary there. Usman was piecing him up pretty good, and Dricus you could tell he was tired there. But DDP just dominated all the way around. Seen Usman with the fake eye poke, trying to get a little more time. I get that, though. You're in a fight, you can't tell. Sometimes that knuckle in the eye can feel like a finger. I get it, but still. And then I called this too before the fight. They announced the scorecards. I said at least one of them is going to be 50-45. The rest are going to be 49-46. And I was right. Usman did not seem to like that. But Dricus had you basically the whole way through. So I'm not mad at that 50-45 scorecard at all. Um, so yeah, Dricus is back, got it done. Uh, could give him a title shot next, maybe an Imavov. I don't know. I got to do some thinking, but this whole card was one of my favorites this year. Amazing fights all the way around, through and through. Um, so glad I was able to watch this. Um, yeah, that's all I got. Fights to Make will be out soon. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.